Alright, hopefully this one is better than the other one. Just because I don't know why the hell my phone just automatically corrected settings to something else. Anyway, sorry for all of that, guys. Just had some technical difficulties. So hopefully everything is right as right now. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that, Brandon. That was my goal for today. Looking like Dexter Morgan. Hi, Dexter Morgan, Miami, Florida. Yeah, but anyway, found a pretty cool thing at GameStop today. The brand new Kingpin Marvel Legend from the Hawkeye TV show. So I'll be opening this up first before I do get on to, anything else. Yeah, very, very cool. And this was one of, like 3 figures from that wave, I think, because they also had Talos and Agatha Harkness. And truthfully, I didn't expect this to be out for at least a couple more months, or at least a month, at least. Just because, I mean, you know, it's just, something I didn't expect to see this soon. But anyway, opening it up for the first time. And I really do like the box art right here. It's very cool. Yo, what is up, Brandon? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing, buddy? It's going pretty good for me. How about yourself? Opening up the little doggy bag of, accessories. And he doesn't come with a ton of stuff. I'm better, but I'm doing good. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad you're doing good. Oh, yeah. Anyway, today at the comic book shop I work at, someone brought in some Marvel Zombie books that he sold to us. Oh, that's cool. Yo, what's up, IZ Art? Oh, that's badass, man. You haven't streamed in forever. Yes, it is a very W name, Brandon. Yeah, but anyway, here's his cane that he came with. Very, very awesome looking. I really do like the little like what's it called? Diamond on the end of it. Anyway, you've intrigued me with Marvel Zombies. Yeah, dude. Like he brought in, like I didn't get to look through it, but I know he brought the 4th print of the first book, which I thought was pretty cool. From what the guy said, he basically saved them from being burned, which pretty cool. Yeah, it is very cool. Yeah, he basically, from what he said, they were going to be burning them because the guy was in the army, and when they get done with things, in the army, they just basically just throw them away. Yeah, he brought in literally like a stack this big of like Marvel Zombie books, and like I said, I didn't get to look through it personally. I know he had the 4th print of issue number 1. He had the I don't know what issue it is, but it's the cover of like Spider-Man 2nd or 3rd printing. Ooh, oh, that's cool, man. That's very, very cool. It's a good cover too. Yeah, but anyway, he came with 2 fisted hands and a cane. And now to the actual Kingpin himself. Here he is in his little body bag type thing. Ooh, okay. It actually looks like exactly like him. Most anticipated figure that I want. Um. Oh, it's like the wedding cover of him and Mary Jane. Like, if you know that one, it was like an annual, I think, for the cover. Got that guy a few weeks ago. I feel like he's a little undersized, but still pretty cool. Yeah, I feel like he is a little bit undersized, but I mean, definitely like a beautiful looking figure. Bro's gonna say Tism. Oh, okay, yeah. The wedding issue, that's issue 5, I believe, for the series. Okay, yeah, because I know he had that one. I know he had the Nick Fury cover from like Marvel Zombies. I want to say it was like Marvel Zombies 2 that was like the Nick Fury cover, like the iconic one where it's like a black and white circle thing going on. But anyway, here he is kind of closer up. Hopefully it focuses. Honestly, I'm excited for the No Way Home Wave 2 Toby and Andrew. Dude, I am too. Anyway, going on to Brandon. What's my most anticipated figure? At the moment, from the ones I know that are going to be released, I gotta say, like, the Vision and the Void Build-A-Figure, like, those two are definitely gorgeous looking figures. And also the Crystar looks pretty cool. I just need to basically see a review or two of him just before I do make like a full choice on it. But I definitely do want to get that Vision. Yeah. Anyway, here he is holding his pimp cane. You know, if you really think about it, Kingpin is like a pimp. Like, he is the most pimpin' pimp. Toby and Andrew, the minute I see them, I'm going to scoop them up. Easy. And because I'm lazy and haven't picked them up yet, Mark 1 Iron Man. The Mark 1 Iron Man is pretty cool. I personally do not have it, but I am kind of excited because I've seen a lot of reviews on it, and I know it did go on like half price at Target recently. Hopefully there's still one there, but I doubt it. But I'll be, checking later this week, so hopefully it's still there. But anyway, here he is. And this is actually the only MCU figure I picked up this year, which I mean, I'm just gonna scoot this just a smidge. Ooh. Dude, the Extremis Iron Man is like the best Iron Man this year. But I don't know if you guys can see all of those figures right there. Those are all the ones I picked up just this year alone, which, I mean, kind of an excessive amount. But I have the Baron Zemo, the Extremis Iron Man, like all the half-price 2-packs that are at Target right now. And now I have excuse me. And now I have Kingpin. This is actually the only Kingpin I have too, excluding like the mostly Build-A-Figure one. But anyway, let me just put this stuff away real quick. Anything? Extremis looks so good. One of my friends who is a DC figure nerd even bought the figure. Yeah, like, it's a good figure, man. Like, I have it. It's definitely the best Iron Man I've had in a while. So, yeah. Anyway, time to show you guys all the comic books I picked up this week. And these are from today. It's just more the fact I just couldn't really pick them up with one hand. Something about a friend. My friend will like die on a hill for McFarlane figs for DC. I've picked up a handful of McFarlane figures. They're decent, but they're just too, what's the word, like, statue-esque for me, if that makes sense, compared to, like, a Marvel Legend, where you can basically just pose them around and it looks fluid on them compared to, like, the DC, McFarlane figure. But anyway, I'm going to start off with the ones I've read today, which is a surprising amount, actually. Well, I mean, I've read a handful of them. Like, there's probably like 3 out of this pile. Oh, that was a lot of words. How's the uncle status going, Carney? It's alright. Still waiting to become an uncle, as the little dude or dudette is still baking, but they should be here by April of 2024, and I am excited. McFarlane's proportions are just goofy. Yeah, they are. They are. Like, I mean, for depending on which figure it is for McFarlane, like I've been tempted to pick up a couple of them, but I mean, the last one I can think of I picked up was like Lobo, and that was like almost 2 years ago. There's some I'd pick up like the Dark Knight's Metal and the Death Metal, but past that, I'm not too much into them. Only Marvel Legends. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I've been very tempted about the Death Metal ones just because they look so cool, man. McFarlane's new Batman looks amazing, though. Yeah, I actually know they released the Batman, and from what I've been told, it's like the best Batman so far. The movie ones are pretty decent most of the time, though. Hey, that's amazing, Carnage. Yeah, I am. Thank you, thank you. But anyway, starting off with the books I've read slash just variant covers to books that I have gotten. Love Dark Knight's Metal and the Death Metal. I even got the Death Metal soundtrack on CD. You see, I've been wanting to get that. Brandon, are you talking about the blue and gray? Oh, okay. Yeah, but anyway, starting off the books. Here is Birds of Prey issue number 1. This is the variant cover by. I always get this wrong, but I believe it is Romero that did the cover on this. I might be wrong, just because I'm not super intelligent. Yeah, the Nightfall Batman. They're making a Nightfall Batman finally. Yeah, I think it's actually released in stores now, and it's actually the best Batman that they've made, from what I heard. And I typically don't pay full price for McFarlane. He's great. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, issue number 1 to Birds of Prey, and this is a variant cover by Chris. Pretty sure I'm butchering this. Chris Bachalo and Jaime Mendoza, or Jamie Mendoza. And this is a gorgeous looking cover, man. Really do like it. Really do love the fact that Harley Quinn's on the team. And they're actually. Oh, they do have her on the cover. I didn't see her. They do have Batgirl on the cover. She's just kind of like half there. Or even the souped up Azrael Batman suit. Yeah, that new Nightfall Batman at least looks good. Yeah. Yeah, they did. It was like maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago almost, I want to say, when they did that. Yeah. Yeah. And then we have X-Men Days of Future Past Doomsday issue number 3. Really liking this series so far. Yeah, dude, like there's been a lot of stuff being released. There's a lot of very good things that are being released and some kind of questionable ones. But anyway, issue number 3 to Days of Future Past Doomsday. And let me just say, this is a very good story so far. I do recommend you guys pick it up. I believe it's only going to be like 5 issues long, if I'm not mistaken. But I might be wrong about that. But I really do recommend it. And the covers are pretty good too. But I mean, out of all 3 that they've released, this one's definitely the weaker out of them. Gonna save this one for last, out of this stack anyway. Next up is Venom, or Death of the Venomverse issue number 5. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but let me just say this one, ooh, baby. But I mean, the Null cover on this dude, that's so gorgeous. Honestly, the figs I want the most right now are the Extreme Spider-Man Mark 1 Iron Man, Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man, and Miles, and Across the Spider-Verse 2099, because I forgot to get them. To get one. I read that wrong. Yeah, I really do want the 2099 from Across the Spider-Verse, just because I think it's a really cool looking figure. And also the fact that the only 2099 Spider-Man I have is the 3 3/4 inch one, and I've seen the actual 2099 Spider-Man like 3 different times, but I didn't have the money at the time to get him at all. Any of those times when I went to go back to get him when I did have the money, just not there. And it's stupid. Next up is the Alex Ross connecting cover for like all the Avengers. I believe that's what this is, but this is the third cover to it. I don't know if there's going to be another one, but this is the third one. Very cool. I really do like the Black Knight on this. He looks very, very badass. Whoops. And then the next two I'm going to show are actually both the exact same book, but they're both variant covers to that book. And that is Predator vs. Wolverine issue number 1. Sorry, I got a hair on my mouth. And let me just say, I just really thought both of these were just cool covers. And you can't get one without the other. And I just really do like this. So cool, man. So cool. Alright. And then the last one for this stack is Ultimate Invasion issue number 4. And this is the final issue for it. And I got the variant cover with Kang the Conqueror on it. The Ultimate Kang the Conqueror, I should say. Who, not going to spoil it, but is a completely different character than I thought it would be. Because, I mean, if you just look at how the design is on this outfit, you will know who it is. But I am not going to spoil who it is just because some people might not get that, which is okay. Alright. And then the next books I have are Doom Patrol, issue number 6 of 7. Really enjoying the series so far. It has one more issue left after this one, which kind of sucks because I was really enjoying this one. But kind of curious to see what happens in this issue. And then the next one up is actually one I've been really, really excited to read. And that is issue number 10 of The Invincible Iron Man. And this is the marriage of Tony Stark and Emma Frost. And I did pick up a different book a couple weeks ago, which I think, yep. Which I have right here. And this is like the connecting, you know. Let me just kind of, there we go. Such a cool connecting cover, man. Very cool for Tony Stark getting married too. Kind of weird who he's getting married to, but good for him. Yeah. And I am actually enjoying the series way more than I thought I would. So I recommend the Jerry Dugan version of Iron Man, because it's just a phenomenal read so far. Just from, you know, what I've read from it. Next up is Spider-Man India issue number 4. And I was kind of skeptical about this series when I first started reading it, just because I did have Spider-Man on my pull list, but I was talking about, like, you know, the main Spider-Man, not any other Spider-Man story. But I mean, this one's pretty cool. I really do like it so far. And I think that has one more issue left, and I believe he's going to be getting a new outfit in the next one. And then next up is The Penguin issue number 2. And this one's more based off of the movie one, I want to say. Just kind of how he looks. But very cool variant cover by Derek Robertson and Diego Rodriguez. And let me just say, the issue number 1 to this Penguin series, very good so far. I really do enjoy it. And that's only the second issue. Right, and next up I have the Avengers issue number 5. And let me just say, this Avengers story so far, very cool. I do really enjoy the covers as well. Granted, I don't like picking up like the main covers most of the time, because most of the time they're just not that great. But I mean, for the Avengers book so far, like the main covers have just been killing it lately. Looks like I'm all by myself. Oh, okay, I didn't even... Oh, I didn't even see that you were messaging me, Brennan. I'm sorry about that. I love that null cover. And I'm not paying eBay's prices for any 2099 figs. Same, man. Kind of wish I would have picked it up when I saw it the first time, but... Yeah. Dude, the first issue to the Wolverine Punisher series was very good, and I do recommend it. Hear me out. As a kid, I had a huge crush on Emma Frost because of the comics and X-Men First Class. Let me just say I can kind of agree. X-Men First Class did make Emma Frost, like, so good, man. She's so fine, dude. And I'll just stick with the Avengers theme. This is Avengers Annual number 1, and this is the Contest of Chaos one. 2 Brandons, 1 stream. Kind of like, I'm not going to say it actually, I'm trying to be more, kid friendly. But anyway, the Avengers Annual number 1. And I have been enjoying this Contest of Chaos storyline so far. And also the cover, again, very cool looking. Ah, my nose. And for those of you who aren't so sure what the Contest of Chaos is, basically Agatha Harkness is trying to build the, what's it called? The Darkhold again. And by doing that, she has to get, like, warriors to fight for her while she, creates it. So she's having, like, 2 characters go up against each other. Because they had Spider-Man versus Wolverine, Human Torch versus Ghost Rider. They had Moon Knight versus, like, a Superman-esque character. Spider-Gwen versus White Wolf. I feel like there's another one that I'm forgetting about. But I can't. Venom versus Deadpool, that's what it was. But, yeah, I can't think of if they've had another one other than this Avengers one. Pretty sure that's all of them, though. Next up is Moon Knight City of the Dead, issue number 3. And this is the variant cover. Very, very cool variant cover, by the way. I really do like the Moon Knight on it. And also, let me just say, this Moon Knight series, like the City of the Dead one, pretty good. And also the main, what's his name? I can't think of the guy's name writing the Moon Knight series at the moment. And I can't really get into my, short box that I have right next to me because it's kind of filled with books at the moment. And another series that I've been kind of surprised I've been enjoying this much, Green Arrow issue number 4. And I've never been much of a Green Arrow fan, other than, like, what's it called? Justice League Unlimited. That's when I never really paid attention to Hawkeye in that TV, not Hawkeye, Green Arrow in that TV show. But after rewatching it again for the first time in maybe like a year or two, like, let me just say, Hawkeye. Why do I keep saying Hawkeye? Green Arrow. Green Arrow actually, one of the most grounded characters in that show, personally. Like, very cool character, really love him. And this is a pretty good series, too. Alright, and going on to the final comic book, which is one I've been truthfully waiting for so long, man. And that's not even a joke. Like, I've been waiting for this book for so long. And that is the Immortal Thor, issue number 2. Let me just say, issue number 1, phenomenal. Really enjoyed it. Very excited to see what happens in issue number 2. And just going to kind of look through this a little bit just to see what happened. Oh, ooh, okay. Okay, I see. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, Loki. Okay, Loki. I see you. I see you, Loki. Okay, apparently my roommates went through the front door. Okay, I'm very excited for this now, just because it's already piqued my interest just from like I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but let me just say. Okay, Thor, what are you do? Okay, okay, that's weird. All right. Anyway, like super excited to read this one, but I'm just gonna save it for last, just because you know what they say, save the best for last. Anyway, got pocket knife or box cutter anyway. That's what I meant to say. And it's kind of sharp, but yeah, mostly just doing this just because I have like a string caught on my uh, or not on caught on my there's just a string on my pant leg that I'm just trying to get off, or my shorts, I should say. Yeah, shorts. Hopefully, I get it. Okay, doesn't really want to get cut off. There we go. Got the string off. All right. Okay, why is it not? Yeah, I actually did just get a new one today. Collector. Got the Kingpin figure. This is actually the only MCU figure I've picked up this year too, which is pretty cool. So how is everyone doing tonight? Yeah, I am growing it out in a way, I guess. Like it's just more the fact that I truthfully just kind of ran out of razors. That's good, man. Yeah, I truthfully just kind of ran out of razors and was just like, why not? So I've just been basically just shaving everything like right around here. I just really hate the fact that this doesn't grow thicker. Like, because it's dark right there, but it's just empty all around that compared to here, where it's still dark right there, but I mean, at least there's stuff over here, though, and it's almost fully connected. So hopefully, within the next couple years, I should be able to, like, get this filled out. Yeah. But is there anything you guys want to talk about? Any specific topic or, anything else like that? Just gonna take those off. Alright. I am way behind on collecting Marvel Legends, but I have been taking out major loans from friends to buy waves left and right. I mean, personally, I wouldn't take out a loan to buy full waves, but sent the 9/11 thing to the chat, Carnage by way. It's if that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. Like 9/11 jokes are kind of funny. It's a terrible event, but I mean, hey, gotta grow past it, see you know some type of you know light in that darkness, I guess would be the right thing to say. Oh, you sent the 9/11 thing. Okay, I read that wrong. Oh yeah, anyway, if you want to make anybody laugh, and I just found this out the other day, since I don't have a job yet, I have been asking my friends and family for Marvel Legends money. I mean, you could also just try to get a job too, just because like that's personally what I would have done, just because like I really hate asking people for things, but I mean if that's working out for you, man, like you can do whatever you want with it. But personally for me, I would just try to get a job just so I can pay for it myself, just so I can actually feel like I've earned it. Because literally most of the stuff in my room right now is stuff I basically earned. with money that I got for, doing like, small time jobs like mowing the lawn or something like that. But a good portion of this has been just basically stuff that I bought with my money. Oh yeah, sorry, kind of got distracted reading the chat. So like this is something that I did to a friend of mine the other day. Basically, I wrote down in my notes app, uh, laugh or the bomb in my ass will go off, and then like I just went up to him with a straight face, just showed it to him, and I was like, I didn't say anything, and then he was looked at my phone, read it for a second, didn't process it, and then he was like, and then he just basically died laughing. It was so good, man. Such a stupid thing, but it was so easy. I'm 16, added my application to several places, and no one has said yes to my application. Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I can kind of understand why now. But I mean, you could always, try to start your own little thing, like mowing the lawn. That's kind of what I did for my grandma, and she would usually pay me like $20 or something like that, so I'd be able to get a figure. Sorry about that. My roommates are upstairs, and I'm assuming they're trying to go to bed. But the dog is like, no. It's a quarter after one. I'm all alone and I need you now. there's only like two more figures that I would really like from this wave, and that would be the Warrior Gamora and the Marvel's Goliath. I mean, I do want the Build a Figure too, but I mean, I'm not so much into MCU figures anymore. But yeah, man, all you got to do is just basically just, try your best. Make sure you call back and ask the status of your application, just because that makes, the person hiring. Sorry about that. Because basically that makes the person think, when you say that, oh, they must really want the job. They must be very dedicated to it. And they're not even hired yet. So that's just, something I was taught. You could also just, sell blood too. Actually, you have to be 18 to do that, or have a parent's permission or something. I think I'm not 100% sure on that. So, anything you guys want to talk about? Do not care about that. Anything you guys want to talk about? Anything you guys want to talk about? I mean, I enjoy doing these streams, but sometimes I just need like a little, push me in a direction. So if you guys just want to talk about any certain topic, I'm down to talk about anything. Now, granted, it does have to be like at least, something that's not too controversial. And that's basically all I'm going to say about that. And while I wait for comments to come in, I'm just going to go put these away. Oh, that was normal. Oh, my back. Sorry about that, by the way, guys. Still nothing. So, I'll just basically kind of go over the idea that it's been kind of in my head. So, the idea I had was for my stop motion, like, universe. Sorry, kind of got a little skin coming off my thumb. But, anyway, sorry, my roommates. This kingpin is so cool. Like, it looks so much like the actor, man. It's scary. But anyway. Excuse me. But anyway, the idea I had was a Wolverine film, and it's basically going to be kind of like an origin for Wolverine. And then that leads into, like, the X-Men and everything like that. And I'm also going to try to make like a little bit of a, X-Men type thing. I have been kind of reading a little bit more X-Men stuff. And I know eventually for like my X-Men team, like I'm gonna have not the like a few members, and then I'm gonna have Cyclops lead the team, have him do his own thing for a little bit, and then have him join the Avengers in my universe. Just because, like, I mean, I feel like he would be a cool addition to the team, but I mean, just having him on like right away just seems a little too Sorry, I just heard my roommate say "Batgirl." Uh, anyway, where was I? I feel like having him on like that early would just be a little too much to, like, try to put in just as, like, a phase one. Because I know for like the phase one I have in my head so far, like I'm gonna start off with like issue or not issue, uh, episode number one to my Nova series, and then from there, I'm going to do. Sorry, roommates are, uh, still trying to get the dog under control. Um, yeah, like I know I want my Nova series to be like 4, 5 episodes long, and it's then going to be leading into like a Guardians of the Galaxy type thing, where Nova is going to team up with like Drax the Destroyer, uh, maybe Beta Ray Bill. Not so sure about that part yet, but I know I definitely want Gladiator on the team. Nova, uh, Gladiator, Nova. Who else would be a good one? Maybe Marvel, Drax the Destroyer, of course. Um, and maybe another one. but I'm not so sure who I would want quite yet. But that's just the rough idea I have for it at the moment. And I also, anyway, going back to the film idea I had, uh, like with the X-Men type stuff, I'm gonna basically, technically have it be like a Wolverine film to start off with, and then it, transfers to him getting to like, the X-Men, or well, not transferring to the X-Men, like it basically does Wolverine's origin, like you just see him, getting kidnapped, brought to what's it called, Weapon X. Can this coat come off? No, I don't think so. Anyway, him going to Weapon X, him getting, the adamantium added to his body, just because, like, I kind of got the idea just because I've been getting really into Wolverine, like, lately. And also because of the fact that this, like, Weapon X, just the best Wolverine that, you know, I've really used and or had. I mean, granted, it is kind of a little, weird, just because, uh, he is kind of, mostly naked, but I feel like this is like a good starting point, and then I can try to figure out how to take the belt off if it can come off, which probably not, but that's something I can figure out later. Just because this is literally like my favorite Wolverine figure that I think Hasbro has made. I still remember getting this from GameStop where I grew up, like in my hometown. Like, because it's such a cool figure, man. Like, it's so basic, but it's so badass. So badass. And I do kind of want to do the, like, Jean Grey Cyclops love triangle too, just because I know that's a pretty big part of the uh, character buildup. And I also do kind of want to have flashbacks of, like, the Weapon X team days with Wolverine. Like where he was with Sabretooth and Maverick, but I'm going to kind of change mine up a little bit and add Craven the Hunter to it, just because, Craven the Hunter basically, like, part of, like, to me, he just seems like kind of like a super soldier type character, just because of all, like, the herbs and, other junk that he's done. And then, when he, breaks away from Weapon X, he then just goes and hunts, and then, Spider-Man and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm gonna have, like, Sabretooth kind of just, go off, do his thing, fight Iron Fist like he did in the comic books, because he actually first appeared in Weapon, no, in an Iron Fist book, which I always thought was just kind of very interesting, just because on the cover you just see Wolverine, or not Wolverine, Sabretooth just slashing across Sabretooth slashing across Iron Fist's chest. And I just found that so cool every time. But that's more for like later on in the series. And I do kind of want Magneto to be kind of a big part of like my X-Men stuff too. Like, I know he's like the main villain for the X-Men for the longest time, and I kind of do want that too. But I do also kind of want him to be like, basically like an anti-hero in my universe, where he does bad things, but they're for good reasons for, people. And I'm also kind of debating on, you know, doing something with the Sentry, just because, like, I've never seen anybody really use the Sentry in any way, shape, or form. And with the new Build-A-Figure coming out, I am very excited for it. Maybe I should add Crystar to the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think he's a space character, but I can basically do what I want. with just a moment. Sorry, just kind of listening in on what's happening. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, Crystar might get added just because since I saw that new Marvel Legends wave, just kind of got a little inspired to, you know, add some different characters, do some different things. Kind of like I also had the idea for like a Defenders type group where I kind of want to put on like, I'm not going to say like, anyone with like too big of a superpower. Baller shot caller. Yes, sir. So, how are you doing tonight, Scobby? It's been a while, man. Haven't really heard from you in a while. Hope things are well. God, I'm so tired. Anyway, Wolverine. Pretty god. And yeah, I've been hiding in Discord though. Yeah, understandable, I get that. Doing a lot of stuff in Blender. Ooh, Blender, you say? Ooh. No, pretty god is what I think you meant to say, man. Feliz Navidad. Sorry, my roommate was singing the Spanish version of I Want to Wish You a Merry Christmas. It's such a good song, though. Oh, we have 2 people watching now. Pretty cool. Let me just say, this is still my favorite Wolverine that I've ever picked up. And it's actually the first Wolverine I picked up. Yep, all the way back when the wave was brand new in 20... What was it? I was in high school. And by the time Glenn Webb finished reviewing all of these, he passed away. That was like 2017, I want to say. Yeah, 2017. And I know I got him and the Venom figure from the Absorbing Man wave at the same time. Like, they were both just sitting on the peg, and I was just like, what? I don't have a Wolverine, and I've been looking for the Venom, so I was just like, alright, lucky me. Let me just say, so good, man. That was such a good day. Yep, got to see my sister. Got to find 2 awesome Marvel Legends. Such a good day. But anyway, anything you guys want to talk about before the live stream ends? Because I'm thinking about ending it on maybe like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Like, definitely a little bit after the hour mark, like 1 hour and 15 minutes. So I'll still be on for a little bit. If there's anything you guys want to talk about. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart and from Taco Joe. That was such a stupid song too, man. But anyway, going back to the stop motion stuff that I was talking about before I got distracted. Might add Crystar to the Guardians of the Galaxy just because it seems like a very like nobody knows about Crystar, and I think that's because like nobody knows how to like write him yet, which is probably the case for a lot of characters. Just because Stan Lee knew how to write everybody, just because he had an idea for how they should go. Jonathan Hickman though, like that dude's been part of Marvel for a while. Let me just say, some of the best Marvel books I've read are like the Fantastic Four run by Jonathan Hickman. Jonathan Hickman's what was it? Secret Wars. He did Secret Wars too. Uh, Basically, those are the two main ones that I've read, and I also think he had a bit of a run on the Avengers too. I think that might have been after I started reading Avengers, though, or before I started reading Avengers. I mean, just because I only read like the Uncanny Avengers, and most of what I read was just Spider-Man related. But yeah, I'm still kind of trying to figure out how I want Hercules to be added to the Avengers team, or not Hercules, Doctor Strange. I mean, meant to say Doctor Strange, but I said Hercules because he was right there. Oh, excuse me. Kind of a little, like I just ate like not that long ago, so I'm still kind of a little full at the moment. And if you couldn't tell, the food, excuse me, the food was kind of, trying to get out of me by that burp. But yeah, like truthfully, Doctor Strange is the one character I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to add to, my Avengers team. Like I'm kind of debating on whether I want him to appear in like his own, solo film, or, he just, shows up just because, world-ending threat. Everyone has to have hands on deck type thing. And I know I do kind of want to put Deadpool in my universe too, but I'm going to be having him do his own series with Deathlock, just going to different universes. So we have two people on at the moment. Is there anything either of you guys would like to talk about? Anything at all, as long as it's not, too controversial or, too personal. I'll be happy to answer and or talk about whatever said thing is. Anyway, sorry, kind of getting distracted with the box cutter. And also, sorry, my allergies are kind of messing with me too. Actually, what books are going to be going in my short box tonight? Those ones, this one. Nope. Yes. Yes. So quite a few of them, but I know one of my comic runs is coming to an end very soon, which kind of sucks. And it will be the Moon Knight one. They're going to be, from what I've read, in just like certain things, like they're going to be killing Moon Knight, which I mean I'm kind of surprised about, just because with the TV show and everything, like kind of surprised about that. I also know that they're doing a new Punisher, like a new version of the Punisher, like completely different person and everything. Pretty curious about how that's gonna go. Oh, my hand hurts. Oh, my nose is so stuffed, man. But yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of script writing for my stop motions. I've just been more thinking about ideas that I want to do. Oh. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna kind of do something a little different. I'll actually kind of give you guys like, kind of like an idea of what I'm, reading currently, or some of my favorite, comic stories at the moment. So I'm gonna kind of be moving you guys to a different area. Okay. So here we are on the floor. Actually, that's probably a little too high. I'll just move you down just a smidge. Not really going to be showing my face a lot for this, but Hey, that's fine. Yeah, these are just books I've been meaning to read, but just kind of a little lazy about. This was something for Free Comic Book Day. Heralds of Galactus. I know I started reading a little bit of Harley Quinn, but I truthfully just didn't pick anything up after issue 29. And I was also going to try to read the Captain Britain Series 2, but kind of put it off to the side and forgot about it. Which I probably should read it just because I am kind of curious about it. I did read everything about this except for this issue. I don't really remember what happens in it, but it was pretty decent from what I remember. This is Spider-Man Unforgiven. Only picked it up because it was a Spider-Man book, which I'm pretty sure everyone does. Avengers Beyond. I remember reading the first one, and it was just kind of for me. Here's just a random Avengers number 1 for... Oh, this is New Avengers number 1. But it's not the New Avengers that we all probably know. And this is actually a series that actually just got done. The Loki series. It was only 4 issues long, but it was so good. And I enjoyed it. And here's actually another one that just got done. The Ghost Rider Wolverine storyline. And let me just say, this issue right here was very good, and I really did like it. And also, fun fact about that book, my comic shop did order it, but they didn't order enough, and then they reordered more, but then they just never came in, like, at all. But anyway, I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm reading currently and what, has been keeping me, kind of interested a little bit. Of course, we have The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, granted, this is the one that nobody is really enjoying so far, but I mean, I've been, reading it, keeping up with it, just because it has introduced a couple of pretty cool characters. What is this one? That's issue 14. I know it was like issue 10, I want to say. What is that? Oh, that's issue 900 of Spider-Man. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, this one right here, I personally really enjoyed this issue quite a bit. Mostly because it brings back Gwen Stacy for just one final issue. That one was just a very cool cover I liked. And normally I don't pick up a lot of books for variant covers, but occasionally there's one that'll, catch my eye. But yeah, I've been reading The Amazing Spider-Man. Here's issue number 3, but issue 2 and 1 are right before this. I've also been really enjoying this Avengers run so far. It's been very interesting just seeing, how it's going. I also really have, like, just after this one issue of Avengers Inc., I'm very interested. I'm curious where it goes. Also, Batman Gargoyle, another good story that I've been reading. Really do like it. It's actually the only DC book in here, excluding the Penguin, I want to say, because I really enjoyed the first issue of the Penguin series that's going on. Oh, kind of lied a little bit. Here's actually the new Captain America one that just came out last week. I really enjoyed the first issue, so I'll keep it in there until, something else changes that out. City Boy, that's a good one. It's a newer character that just got introduced almost a year ago, I want to say, and basically he can control, like, the city itself and, make things out of the city, which I thought was a cool idea. And it's only on its, 4th issue. Daredevil, really enjoyed the first issue, that's why that's in here. The Fantastic Four series, pretty cool. I did enjoy the last series they made for this, so I thought this would be, kind of the same, and it kind of is. It's a little different, but I mean, still pretty good. Just need to skip past that, and then we have, that's the annual, but Here is the Incredible Hulk issue number 1. This kind of takes a little, like, best I can really think of. It's kind of like the Immortal Hulk, just diet. It's like diet Immortal Hulk to me personally, because it does show some gruesome stuff, but not as much as, like, the Immortal Hulk itself. And that's still relatively, new too. The Immortal Thor just showed issue 2 off a little while ago, but really excited for this one. And yep, I do have the variant cover that I really liked for issue number 1 in there too. Such a badass cover, man. Really, really happy I got this. Iron Man. Like, this is another good one. Jerry Dugan is doing wonders for this Iron Man series, and I can't recommend it enough. Now, skipping past all the Iron Man, we go on to Miles Morales Spider-Man. Now, I personally never really read any Miles Morales stuff up until his Clone Saga story arc from his last series before this one. And let me just say, this one's pretty good so far too. I also do really enjoy the cover art to most of these as well. Like, just such good covers, man. And then issue number 4 was the one. Oh, it's not 4 either. Which issue cover was it? This one. This is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, issue number 6. And I believe it's either this one or issue 7? Issue 7, where he gets his own Iron Spider outfit. Sorry, I got something in my eye. And it's on issue 10, so it's still relatively new. Here's issue number 1 of Moon Knight City of the Dead. And there's actually 2 different Moon Knight series in here. This one and the main storyline going on right now. And here's issue number 1 to, I think his name is John McKay. Just because I know the last name, I just can't think of the first name. I'm pretty sure it's John McKay, though. Also, fun fact about this one. I actually ordered this off of eBay because they sold out of it at my local comic book shop. And this was before the one that I go to now was opened. And they were like sold out of it, so I was just like, oh, okay, I'll just order this one off of eBay. And the funny thing is, I went on vacation not that long after this came in the mail, and my dad just forgot to give it to me before vacation. So this literally sat in his motorcycle for like maybe a week before I got it. So, but I mean, I really enjoyed the first issue. I don't really remember what happens in it because this series did start like 2 years ago, I want to say, maybe 3 almost. And basically that's what 90% of this is, just because Moon Knight is the longest running character in here other than, Spider-Man, for storylines that I've been enjoying / reading. Really do also enjoy these newer characters that they introduced, like Hunter's Moon, the other Fist of Khonshu. And literally there's only going to be like 3 more issues left of the series, sadly, before it ends. Oh, here's actually one of the ones I was talking about earlier for the Contest of Chaos thing. Very good, and I don't remember his name. I know he's part of Tiger Force, though. And then this was just a really good Moon Knight, one-shot story. Devil's Reign Moon Knight. Literally, you see Moon Knight rip the eyeballs, or not even rip the eyeballs out, make somebody blind. And let me just say, this cover is just gorgeous too, man. Like, Moon Knight behind prison bars is just such a good thing. Such a cool thing, I mean. And then we have the annual for Moon Knight as well. Oh, I totally forgot I put Peacemaker in here. Yeah, so I did kind of lie a little bit about, Batman being the only other, DC thing in here other than the Penguin. Because I know I just recently added this one, like maybe a week ago, I want to say. Like last week, even though I had issue 1 through 5 for a while. But this Peacemaker series is just so good, man. Really hope it goes on for a while, but I doubt it. Here's the Penguin comic I was talking about. And this is the variant cover where he is getting a tattoo on his back. And then just one that I mostly started reading just because I was curious about it, because I really do like the character of Red Goblin. Goblin these nuts, Spider-Man! Anyway, this is a very fun series so far. The covers are pretty cool, but personally, I feel like they keep getting a little more animated the further you go down it. Just because that's issue 7, and like issue number 8 is a haunting, not haunting, like a very cool cover. And then after that, the Superman series that's going on, really do like this one too. Such a good story, and this is actually one I picked up secondhand because I was very curious about it because I heard Superman got his own company from Lex Luthor, so I picked this up for $5, and then I've just been picking it up since then. Oh, and this is also a very cool cover. Actually, this is the only variant cover I picked up for the Superman series, and let me just say, very cool looking cover. And well, this isn't part of the main story. This is just the annual, and another cool looking cover. Basically, just pure black, and all you see is just like the red of Superman's S and his cape. So cool, man. And then Ultimate Invasion, which actually is going to be removed just because the series did just end today. So I'll be taking that out before I forget. What was I? Superman. Uncanny Avengers, another banger of a series that I've been reading. Scobby is here. Yes, he is, sir. Or at least he was, anyway. Anyway. Uncanny Avengers, really enjoying this one, too. And then we have X-Men Days of Future Past, which I totally forgot I started putting in here. But, hey, it's fine. I mean, there's going to be more room in here after I get, everything taken out. And I just realized that issue number 2 is the only one that I picked up. I feel 411 and Carnage is like 6'1". You're actually very close. I'm actually 6 foot. Or at least that's what my driver's license says. And I'm going to go with what my driver's license says. Just because I don't care, I am 6 feet tall. But yeah, basically I was just kind of going through all the books that I really have been enjoying. This is basically like my personal recommendation pile, I guess. Just because really enjoying the Superman series, Batman, Gargoyle, another good one. The Amazing Spider-Man one's just in here just because I kind of want to see where it goes. And let me just say, where is it? Not this one. Like, I personally recommend just starting from, no, not that one. This one, issue 32. Like, I just recommend reading from issue 32 to 34. Because let me just say, that's just the smallest part of like a big story arc that's going to go on in this POV. Yeah. Like, because most of this storyline is kind of crap, and I will say that right now, it is very, very crap. This is a variant cover because they ran out of the main cover for this one, I know. This is homaging issue number 100, I want to say. But yeah, also this Dark Web story arc is pretty decent too. Issue number 10 was another favorite one of mine from this series. But other than that, nothing else fantastic about it. This variant cover was pretty cool though. Really do like this one. And I know, like, I have more variant covers for this series than I do anything else. But I do have this variant cover, which, let me just say, gorgeous. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying out Spider-Man 2. I still haven't pre-ordered it yet, just because I have a student loan that I'm trying to pay off too, and I've just been trying to save up for that a little bit before, sorry, my eyes just kind of trying to save up for that for a little bit, and I haven't pre-ordered yet. I can't speak English. I have not pre-ordered it yet. But anyway, another cover I picked up is this one for Amazing Spider-Man #1, just because I really did enjoy the Goblin Queen in the last story arc that she was in, like her first appearance and everything in the last Spider-Man series. Very, very badass. And I also do recommend checking out Ultimate Invasion, just because this is the maker basically remaking the Ultimate Universe. And they are actually going to be making Ultimate Universe comics again, which is pretty cool. It's going to be the first time since like 2015, I want to say, since Secret Wars happened. Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, I should say. Now I'm just going to move that back there. I'm going to move the to be determined pile right back up there, just because these are books I do kind of want to read too. Oh, speaking of Jonathan Hickman, he wrote this series, which should probably start reading, that soon, just before the Ultimate stuff. But anyway, yeah, I am going to be ordering Spider-Man 2 as soon as I can. It's just more the fact that I've just been trying to save money a little bit. Granted, I haven't been doing a super job at that, because I have bought a lot of the 2-packs that went on clearance at Target recently. But I mean, ever since I started working at the comic shop, I've been getting a lot of free comics, so that's helping out too at the moment. Alright, also, on a side note, this Loki cover is just beautiful, man. Like, Lady Loki. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. And this is a new headset because I did kind of break mine. But yeah, this Lady Loki cover, man, just gorgeous. Really do like it. Alright. But anyway, I'm probably going to be shutting my live stream off pretty soon. So, if there's anything you guys want to talk about before I do head off for the night, just feel free to ask me now. But I will be back in a second. I'm just going to go put these away real quick. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Just putting the Ultimate Invasion stuff together. Fully honest, I might keep this off to the side just because, they're going to be restarting this entire, saga of the Ultimate Universe. So, and I'm probably going to try to keep it separate from all, what I'm going to call, the main universe stuff. Yeah, fully honest, being in that bent over position for 10 minutes was not very enjoyable, just because I was kind of squishing myself down quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about before I head off in about 15 minutes, just because I am kind of getting tired. So I'm probably just going to brush my teeth, maybe read a comic, and then go to bed. So, 15 more minutes I'm going to be on. I think I might try to read maybe the Avengers one, but do I want to read the annual or just the main story? I'll probably read the main story first, just because that one kind of left me on more of a cliffhanger, I want to say. Also, hang on issues, bro. And throw those away before I forget about phones. Alright. Anyway, kind of just a little recap of tonight's stream. I showed you guys my books. I talked a little bit about what I'm planning to do with the X-Men for my stop motion universe. And also what I'm going to be doing with like the Guardians of the Galaxy and everything like that. Yeah, nothing too spectacular though. Just because I am truthfully not in a great place to start animating, just because I do have a very small room and I do not have a desk to sit at and animate. All I really have is like very, very small shelves slash whatever that's called, a nightstand, that's the word. And it's a pretty beat up one too, I might add. Like, fully honest, the only things in this room that are actually mine are a shelf, which reminds me I should probably take my figure boxes to my dad's at some point, which won't be able to do that for much longer. To fully honest, I'm kind of just debating on throwing out the figure boxes, just because they've been out of the box for so long it just doesn't even matter anymore. But I really do like the cover art on the boxes. I would end it sooner than, like an hour and 30 minutes. If no one talks by, I'll just say if no one's talking by like 1:20, an hour and 20 minutes, that seems a little too quick. Like an hour and 25 minutes, I'm just gonna shut the stream off. Oh, that's probably why I'm liking this Avengers one. It's being done by McKay as well, like the Moon Knight series. I haven't even looked through this one either. Oh, that's pretty cool. Jocasta, what the fuck? Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay. Kind of excited to read this now. But I might read the annual before this one, just because I'm more curious about the contest of Chaos. But I will say this Scarlet Witch covers was gorgeous too. Yeah. Anyway, just kind of gonna recap a little bit more about like the X-Men stuff. Like, I'm gonna be kind of just not even like showing the origin of the X-Men and how they formed. I'm basically going to be starting it off as like a Wolverine type origin film, but I'm going to be calling it Wolverine Origin X-Men or something like that. Like maybe I will call it Wolverine Origin. Nah, maybe call it Mutant Rising, I guess. And then, just start off with Wolverine and then, cuts to like, a few years later when he's joining the X-Men. Kind of like that. Mutant Rising. Stop motion film. Basically just have it be like a Wolverine origin and then have him, join the X-Men. Have him already be joined the X-Men and then just, go from there with it. Yeah, I like that idea. It's a pretty good idea. Alright. I'm just assuming no one's gonna, say anything else for the rest of the night. So I'm just gonna basically just drone on for the next 3 minutes about nonsense. But I will say thank you to everybody who did stop by tonight. I really do appreciate it, and I do enjoy doing these live streams every week. I may be trying to, change it to, a different day, just because I feel like Wednesdays are just a little too, like, middle of the week, and people are busy on these kinds of days. So I may try to move it to Saturdays. I'll see. Just because now that I work not nights. Now that I do not work nights is what I meant to say. I probably will be able to, start doing it on a weekend day, where more people might be able to join and, hang out and chat for a bit. But yeah. Yeah. I am Lord. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so tired, man. But yeah, that's basically just the idea I have so far. I might not do it just because I really do like doing them on Wednesdays, just because, Wednesdays are days technically I don't work, but I mean, I do uh, hang out at the comic shop and basically do all that stuff. So, yeah. Alright. You know what? I'll just end the live stream in 2 minutes. So, again, thank you all for stopping by, hanging out, and talking with me. I really do appreciate it. And I do kind of go over these live streams uh, when I do get, when they do get uploaded, just so I can, go back and just, kind of, read or not read, like go back through the ideas that I had during that live stream, just because, truthfully, I don't remember every single thing I come up with, and these do kind of help me, try to keep those intact a little better, just because I don't like writing anything, like physically writing anything, like I like typing writing more than I like, actually manually writing, if that makes sense. So these just are kind of like audio logs of me kind of going through what my thought process was on that certain day. So, yeah. And also going back through and seeing just the books I picked up. Just because these are kind of like, video logs for me, as well as, just what was going through my head at that certain point in time. So, yeah. But anyway, enough about that. The live stream is going to end in about 20 seconds, so I do want to say thank you all for watching, stopping by and doing all that beautiful, lovely stuff that you normally do. But yeah, uh, without any further ado, I love you all. I hope you all have a great night. And with that being said, this is Uncle Carnage, almost said Carnage the Kid. Still trying to get used to being called Uncle Carnage. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you all have a very good night. Peace.